February 4th at 7:40 p.m.
Councilwoman Selby.
Present.
Councilman Penders.
Present.
Supervisor Keating.
Present.
Councilman Stefan.
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Not present.
Thank you. And Councilman Penders, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have our pastor here tonight, so thank you, Pastor Joy. Take the floor.
United Church of Christ. Let's pray. God of wisdom, grace, and compassion, we ask blessings on the deliberations here this evening, on this board and their work, on our town and our people, and on all those who work in various ways for the good of our town and the good of our world. May your wisdom, grace, and compassion be among us. Amen.
Thank you again. All right, we do not have any other preliminary matters under item number 1 tonight, so moving on to item number 2 under our regular business. Item number 1 is the correction and adoption of the minutes from the January 21st, 2026 meeting. And Councilwoman Selby, would you take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Upon the review of the minutes from January 21st, 2026 meeting, I'd like to make a motion to approve as written.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby.
Yes.
Councilman Penders.
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilman Stefan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, item number 2 tonight under our regular business are the consideration of the fund bills, and Councilman Penders, please take that item tonight.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay a total of $178,275.55 for the attached expenses.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby.
Yes.
Councilman Penders.
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilman Stefan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, item 3 tonight is the correspondence. All are in the town clerk's office for review and also part of the board packet online, and they are as follows. There are 6 items. First item is the Erie County Sewer District number 3 supervisor reappointment to the Board of Managers. Item number 2 is the Erie County Department of Public Works notice of shoulder closure on Boston State Road between Thornwood Road and Wildwood. This is for Spectrum to add additional fiber optic cable at the pole. Item 3 is the dispatch call summary report from July to December of 2025. Item number 4 is from the town of Concord, which is a seeker. Again, I say this a lot, but the seeker stands for State Environmental Quality Review Act. This is a negative declaration for a proposed solar project there, meaning that project is now in its final stages of going through. Item number 5 is a application for use of meeting facility for Hillside Riders. Item number 6 is another application for use of meeting facility for the South Towns homeschoolers. And again, all those are part of the board packet in the town clerk's office for review, so choose. Moving on to new business tonight, which is item number 4. First item, as always, our request from the floor. If you would like to come up to the microphone and make any comments, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address. Please keep it 3 minutes each. And also as a friendly reminder, we have changed this format a little bit. It's not a back and forth conversation. You can speak to anything in town, but we'd be happy to speak with you after the floor is now open.
You're doing item 4?
I'm sorry, item number 1. The floor is now open.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Alan Hongs. I'm a resident of Derby, New York. I'm a volunteer with Unite for Freedom, not a spokesperson. I am here today to share critical information regarding our state's voter rolls and voter history from the 2024 election. This information comes from extensive research conducted by a team of data experts at Unite for Freedom, a nationwide, nonpartisan volunteer organization. Our team meticulously analyzed official election files using only official state election data. I'm deeply concerned by the findings, which include 5,878,770 material errors and omissions in the voter registration database. The material error would be, for example, someone who votes, but they don't have an address. That's an illegality. 895,592 votes improperly counted from these ineligible or uncertain registrants. 129,194 excess votes counted beyond the number of voters who participated with no explanation for their origin. In other words, we know how many people are registered because the county keeps a database, and then when you compare that to the state database, they don't jive. So we have almost 130,000 extra. 914,571 voting violations exceeding the legal error threshold. So we're kind of adding these up. Whereas only 67 errors were allowed under federal law. I believe this is HAVA. It's based on proportioning what I'm 125,000 ballots. So for New York State, that roughly comes out to 67 errors allowed. So you're at 1 million versus less than 100 allowed. So Unite for Freedom is not alone in raising, okay, I won't read that part. Therefore, we are here to seek your awareness, understanding, support, and action. We have provided you a resolution. So I have a resolution here, okay? Resolution that highlights basically what I said. It's going to also have a little more flowery language in it. It highlights these key statistics and calls for an end to the inaccuracies and uncertainties that compromise our elections. So the name of the resolution is Legally Valid 2026 General Election. So every 2 years, we generate a scorecard, and because this is New York State and this was where our organization started, we now have three election cycles. So you have the 2020, 2022, and 2024 scorecards. Breaks it down into more, so you can look at this also.
If I may, you've just under a minute left, please.
Okay. By adopting this resolution, you will demonstrate your commitment to your constituents' concerns and your dedication to upholding voters' civil rights and the integrity of our elections. That's it.
Thank you very much. And there's, those are copies for the town board.
And one other thing I want to add, and if anybody wants to know how to do a data query, which is where we get our information from, the state, we FOIL it from the state, and then you just simply do a data query. If anybody wants to know how to do that, I'll be glad to show you so you can do it even in your own town if you would like to. And I'll give you a business card if you want.
Hi, my name is Dave McGill. I live at 7519 Crestwood Circle in Tower, Boston. This is a follow-up from January 21st board meeting in regards to Lower Crestwood Circle. I was told by Mr. Telak that our road, Lower Crestwood Circle, which is owned by the town of Boston, was the same as Power Line Road and Shunk Road. After researching the roads, Power Line Road is owned by Niagara Mohawk, and Shunk Road is owned by Shunk and Quirk, which makes them both private roads. Lower Crestwood is owned by the town of Boston. I have a letter written from a former supervisor, Richard Kennedy, with no expiration date on it, stating that a turnaround was put in place so Lower Crestwood can properly be maintained with town trucks. Can I give you this letter?
Thanks.
Can you explain to me about the road that is owned by the town of Boston, which is not privately owned, why it should not be maintained by the town? Erie County Water Authority plows it once or twice a year and uses the turnaround safely. The road does have 25 feet on each side of the center line right away, which deems it a legal road. This legally defined area allows for public access, utility placement, or maintenance overriding private property boundaries. Is it possible to get an answer from a board member within a week on this? Thank you.
Thank you.
Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. I don't have a script, so but I don't have much to say, so keep it under 3. Over the last couple of weeks since my last report, we have gained another $250 towards the holiday lighting fund. I think we are in the neighborhood of 7,200 raised towards. I think. And I wanted to ask, at the last meeting, Supervisor Keating alluded to some potential funding from either the county or some other entity, that I'd be real interested in hearing whether that is going to make any progress, especially in the light of the changes in the 11th legislative district. So anything that you can give during your report, I'd be real grateful for. The silhouette that got run over seemed to have a reasonable effect. I don't know if you're all aware. I see Councilman Penders looking a little puzzled. Somebody drove over, cut a corner off down by Churchill, and took out the silhouette. And images of that seem to generate some interest and some cash. So hopefully, hopefully we'll get a little bit further with this as time rolls on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'll start with stats for January for the Sheriff's Office. We handled 168 calls, 18 crashes, 56 premise checks. We had 2 arrests, 10 traffic stops, and 1 traffic complaint. I handled 16 calls myself, a couple for some snow removal issues in the roadway. I was able to button up and hopefully they continue. If not, I'll try to go back and come up with a better resolution. I attended the Boston Emergency Squad installation and nice dinner, and I appreciate it. Lately, I've been out on the snowmobile trails on Powerline, conducting some enforcement. It's been an issue for basically years. This year, I haven't really heard any issues, but I'm still going to be up there. I have the snowmobile unit out there as well. So far, it's been a lot of snowmobiles out, a lot of activity this year. The Memorial Park by the hotel, there's been no more issues there. So I reached out to the Snowmobile Club. They were great to work with. They got all over Facebook. I see they got the snow piles up there pretty good, but I think that helps. And here I have to start stats. In the future, I'm going to be making a flyer for the town hall with basically our dispatch number. We had a complaint or two recently. They were trying to call our substation, and that is pretty much non-existent. Like, no one's going to answer that thing. We don't man it 24/7, maybe 30 minutes a day, or an hour or 2 for reports. So I'm going to make up a flyer with our information. We're also going to have it's called Tip 411 starting. Tip 411 is going to be like an anonymous tip system. They can text us in real time, and we can text back and kind of field it based on the complaint. If for my line of work, they'll send it to me. If it's for narcotics, they'll send it to narcotics, and so on and so forth. So it's called Tip 411. There'll be an app for it. I'm gonna put that information when I make a flyer on it, so we can get that out there as well. I'll just give you a copy of this.
Sure.
We have a QR code on here, which will have, it'll go right to our Facebook page.
Yeah, if you have any PDF documents, we can look for social media too.
Okay, and that's what I'll ask, if we get it out on social media, that way we can, like, let the residents know about the system and how it works a little bit. We're still in the, we're hoping to get it up and running in the next month. So. And, that's it, any questions? No? All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, all the comments? Floor is now closed. Item number 2 is Resolution 2026-15, a resolution adopting a pro-housing communities pledge. And Councilman Stefan, would you like to take that item today?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2026-15 for the pro-housing communities pledge.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby?
What is it?
Yes.
Say
What is it? What is it?
So this is part of New York State's pro-housing community pledge. We submitted a letter of support roughly, about a year and a half ago. And what it does is it allows, because of the growth in town, we've already checked the box for the growth over a 3-year period. And then the state has created additional tranches of their taxpayer money. If you're part of this program, you opt into the program, then we can use that money for water projects, different other DRI, downtown revitalization initiatives, store fund revitalization initiatives. That's how that money was passed through Erie County for Vicenic, just up the street. George's Hot Dogs received money through the county through these types of funds. So it's a funding mechanism. Towns have to opt into to be part of that program. And we submitted the letter of intent, because probably about a year and a half. I don't quote me on this, but roughly about a year and a half ago. You're welcome. Sorry.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 3 tonight is Resolution 2026-16, authorizing and ratifying an engagement of Barclay Damon LLP for retained land use and zoning matters, including Erie County Agricultural District number 15. And Councilwoman Sullivan, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2026-16, whereas Barclay Damon LLP would like to represent the town of Boston in connection with zoning and agricultural district matters, particularly involved with including Erie County Agricultural District number 15 for retained land use.
I'll second the motion.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 4 tonight is, actually, I'm going to take items 4 and 5 tonight, because I did add one, it did not make the agenda, and that's, full disclosure, that's my fault, it was something that was added kind of during the day today. But first item is resolution, or item number 4 is resolution 2026-17, and this is approving geotechnical investigation services for Phase 2 water mains. And what this is our town engineer, CPL, Clark Patterson Lee, as it used to be called, had done all of the proposals for us. And this is for a proposal in for total lump sum that cost $77,900, and this is for all of Phase 2, which includes express limitations on scope and requires written approval for any additional services. This includes soil boring tests, et cetera. And like I said, there's quite a bit of information here, there's maps. But without further ado, I would like to make the motion to approve Resolution 2026-17, again, for a total cost not to exceed $77,900.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Stefan?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the next item, this one was an add-on this afternoon, goes in conjunction with this, is Resolution 2026-18, and this is approving wetland delineation and permitting assistance services for Phase 2 water main improvements. Very similar in nature, that this is for, if you recall from this year, all the work that's done in the north, now that we're shifting to the south end of town, we have to cross over 18 Mile Creek. There's a lot of DEC permitting and other required professional scopes. And so it was cost effective to outsource these. So I would like to make a motion to award this to CC Environment in a total amount of $11,700, or not to exceed $11,703. Motion's on the floor.
Do I have a second?
Motion second?
Thank you. Councilman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Steppen?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 6 tonight is to make a referral to the planning board for land use consideration. There's no item in the packet. The town board had received a petition for land use consideration. We have to refer this to the planning board. Councilman Selby, I know because you guys, do you mind taking that item?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to refer to the planning board for land use consideration, the area in question around Pin Oak, where there may be future development.
Second motion.
Councilman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Steppen?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 7 tonight is approval for the 2025 service award points for the Boston EMS. And Councilman Penders, will take that.
Make a motion to approve the service award points for the Boston EMS.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Steppen?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item number 7 tonight is to approve the applications for the annual refuse licenses. And this is for MRC Disposal Incorporated, Modern Disposal Services Incorporated, and also Waste Management, also known as WM of New York LLC. And Councilman Stefan, would you like to take that item tonight?
I would like to make a motion to approve the annual licenses of both MRC Disposal, Modern Disposal Services, and Waste Management LLC.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Penders?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilman Steppen?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, that is it. We have no old business, reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. First, I'd like to report that some of the towns in highway departments in Erie County are already used up their salt quota that they put in for every year. We put in for how many ton we're gonna order. We gotta take at least 70% of what we order, and we can go over our 100% by like up to 130%. Some of the towns are up to their 130%, and they're having trouble getting salt because the mines won't sell them any salt. But we got our barn filled up, and we still got a couple, 300-400 more ton that we can order, so we should definitely be in good shape with our salt for the winter. A couple of our plow trucks, we've had some issues, and both of the trucks are the two newest plow trucks we really got. One had transmission issues, and the other one was, we really don't know. It got hauled into the dealer to get work done. We don't really know what's gonna be the total problem with that one. But other than that, I guess that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
Thank you. I have no report for tonight.
Okay. Councilman Penders, you have the floor.
I have no report either.
Okay, moving right along. Councilman Stefan, you have the floor.
Same with me, no report.
Okay. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Just a few things to report tonight. The Connect Life Blood Drive held yesterday here at Town Hall. Had 25 units collected, which helped save the lives of 75 local patients. The next Connect Life Blood Drive will be Tuesday, March 3rd. My office is working diligently to prepare for the 2026 county and town tax collection. I anticipate that those bills will be mailed mid-February, and payments are due by Monday, March 16th. I am also seeking a full-time deputy for my office. If anyone is interested, please see me for the job posting after the meeting tonight, and this will also be available on the town website. That's all I have, thank you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna make up for everybody else that doesn't have a report, because I have a bunch. All right, so Mr. Jackson, to answer your question, on the holiday lights, I'm sure we can hear. So an update on the holiday lights is that the town's engineer, Labella, has put together the design specs. That is finally completed. We'll be going out to bid either tomorrow or Friday, but definitely by the end of the week. So that will be released to the New York State Contractor Portal and all the required newspapers and other required publications. The bid opening will be on March the 5th at 2 p.m. So the town clerk, myself, Adam from, his name's Adam from Lavelle, he's the engineer on the project, and any of the contractors that bid on this project will be coming in. So at long last, you've heard a lot of talk about all of the lights that are, up and down Boston State Road. We'll finally, at long last, have a number of the total dollar amount once those bids come in. So stay tuned on that, probably the second meeting in March from when we'll be opening that. So that's the holiday light update there. Mr. Jackson did have a question on Legislator Mills. I did bring this up. If you haven't heard, Legislator Mills is not seeking re-election. So without further ado, there is actually a meeting this week. I can't talk politics up here, but there's a meeting this Saturday for some candidates that are running. That's about all I can say there. And so anyway, Mr. Jackson does bring a great point to the table. I have had a conversation with Mr. Mills. He has essentially confirmed that while he does not have anything from the county attorney's office for the agreement for the town to receive these funds, that they are supposed to be coming to the town. So fingers crossed, hopefully they come to the town. The anticipated use for those funds would be for the holiday light project. At least my intent. I'm sure that the town board shares my same sentiments there, but that was what I positioned with Mr. Mills for those funds. I don't feel comfortable coming up with a dollar amount until I have something black and white in hand that I can ink. Once I have that, I'd be happy to share that because it will be good news from Legislator Mills. So that's what I have there. The solid waste totes, there's been some conversation around, I know we've had a lot of snow, but please try to keep your solid waste totes off the road. This is a kind of double-edged sword scenario. Residents are putting them outside in front of the snowbanks. You don't have to. I know, and try to clear out an area in your driveway, keep them off the road. We have had totes that are damaged, and that's from residents putting them out into the road or close enough that when the curl of the snow coming off the wing blade comes by, it knocks them over, your trash goes all over. You got to keep them off the road some. They can't be out in the road. It becomes an obstruction of the road. You don't want our friend Deputy Miller coming out and taking any action there. Flip side of the coin on the conversation, it has been brought to my attention from our partners with Erie County DPW that the WM trucks, and I can attest to this, it's happened to me as well, that they don't take the arm and put it all the way back out on your property. They bump it out, let's say 2 feet, drop the can, and off down the road they go. I sent an email out to the account manager and also the route manager. They confirmed that they were going to be having conversations with their team to make sure that the arm goes out. I already can tell you what the next conversation is going to be here. A phone call to my office or our town clerk is, oh my God, they placed it in the middle of my driveway. So when I came home, I had to get out of my car to get my can. I know it's coming. I know that he goes unpunished. So, but just please be cognizant of where you're placing them. Hopefully Mother Nature gives us a little bit of break here and snowbanks go away. We don't have to talk about this anymore, but I just want to bring it to the public's attention. We are going to, I have Allison in my office creating a social media post with some graphics with some ways that you can potentially mediate any of these concerns. So if you're a social media person on Facebook, please stay tuned to that. That'll be kicked out there as well. Water Phase 2, the two resolutions that we just did tonight, I've spent quite a bit of time on Water Phase 2. That's really starting to ramp up. But we're getting all the parts and pieces of the puzzle in place so that way Erie County Water Authority, Erie County Department of Health, and CPL can get all the next steps so that way we can get this project out to bid. Fingers crossed, hopefully, I would love to say early summer, but realistically I think it's going to be late summer, depending on how, just the way the time's been going by and what we're seeing for approval. So anyway, that was those two items. Touch base on holiday lights. I do have some good news from the Erie County Hamburg Barn. So I did report, last year that Back Creek Road actually probably about a year and a half ago, I reported that Back Creek Road was going to be resurfaced. The town messed up that plan from Erie County. Please do not blame Erie County, that's our fault. And the reason being is that the water lines that are going in, it makes no sense to put in water lines after a project goes in. So Erie County is waiting on the town to get the water lines in. Once the water lines are in, then Back Creek Road will be resurfaced. I still have that commitment from them. In turn, since they're not doing Back Creek Road this year, to my surprise, and long overdue, so it's something that, kudos to them, they listen. I just heard from the deputy commissioner and the Hamburg crew chief over in the Hamburg barn that they're gonna be milling and paving Boston State Road from where the 7-Eleven is, all the way down to West Hill. So we'll get a new mat of asphalt down there. So Boston State Road, all those potholes, I know sometimes it's like driving on the moon, that'll at long last be fixed. So that's that there. There's also national fuel line work. If you saw it at the last meeting, National Fuel is gonna be up and down Boston State Road. We're gonna have a busy construction season in town. So that's going on. One of the other things that actually the town's emergency management I just recently completed is called D-Land training. Hopefully we don't ever have to use it in the near future. We used it a lot during the days of the pandemic and then also when the tornado touched down and when we had some other issues throughout multiple communities. But the D-Land or disaster land is where a town can request assets. For an example, a town could go into D-Land and enter a ticket and say that we want floodlights for our 4th of July event. Or we need particular assets, with the sheriff's office, et cetera. So it's a great way to communicate. It does roll to the state portal, but I just got updated on the new platform. It's very intuitive. They've done a really nice job updating that. So that's that there. Last but not least, Mr. McGill, I know you had a request out there. There's a couple of moving parts here. Part of it is from this highway superintendent perspective, because yes, we are a town board, we appropriate funds. A town highway superintendent, taking Bob right out of the equation respectfully, that a highway superintendent is the one that makes a decision on all town roads. That's New York State Highway Law 104. Back when you built your property, you appeared before the zoning board of appeals seeking a variance for that property, to which they questioned you on record, and it is also part of the record, and I understand you have the letter from Supervisor Kennedy for that component, but they had questioned you on record, and the verbiage does read on record that you understand that this is not a town road and will not be built to a town road standards, and you are on record stating, yes, you understood that. I understand you've been here before, and as a request, as a town board, that was a decision that was made then. This is respectfully a decision that has to come from the highway superintendent saying that he is willing to entertain that request, at which point the town board then appropriates funds to if that request comes in, to then build that out. So that's why I say there's a couple parts here. A lot of this is hinging on that zoning board of appeals, because anybody wants to FOIL request it again, but the language in there clearly states that there's a crystal clear understanding that that road would never be kept to a town road standard. It was an access road, not paved or again, constructed to a town standard. I know it's not what you want to hear, but that is part of the animal here. That basically something happened in years past, and we're here positioned with it now. So if there's a conversation that can happen, let that conversation happen. I'm open. It's not a hard no, but I'm just, in fairness to you and in fairness to everybody, I know you've prepared for us, and I respect that. I know it takes a lot to come into a town board meeting. So that's where we're at with those things. I did have our past town attorney review that. He reviewed the deed that's on file with the county clerk's office. All the information is documented there. It's not that we're not trying. It's just that we're following the process, and that's kind of where we're at on things. So my apologies. I know, like I said, it's not what you want to hear, but that's kind of where we're at on things. Without further ado, that's all I have. Let everybody get out of here. So I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:14 p.m.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Tenders?
Yes.
Supervisor Key?
Yes.
Councilman Steffen?
Yes.
Motion carried.